Good morning. Welcome to class 10 ICSE Maths. Today we are going to do the topic quadratic equations. This is part 3 and we will continue factorizing these quadratic equations. Now if you look at this first quadratic equation, x squared minus 10x minus 24 equal to 0. The highest degree of the variable is 2 and so it becomes a quadratic equation. Now, in this, by now you can realize that this has product equal to minus 24 and so the difference is minus 10 and you can get your factors as minus 12 and plus 2 because 12 into 2 gives you 24. However, what we are going to do in this session is we are going to use the formula. The formula is given as x equal to minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac upon 2a. Now we've already learned that a typical quadratic equation will be represented as ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. And so, coefficient of x squared becomes a, coefficient of x becomes b, and this which is constant becomes c. And then we use a, b, c as the values for our formula x equal to minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac upon 2a. The formula is going to give us the roots using these values, and so now let us see for this particular equation what is our value of a. So let us write a out here is 1, b is the coefficient of x which is minus 10 and c is the coefficient, no, c is the constant. So that is minus 24, that is the value of c. Now that you understood, if you look at the formula, it has this root sign and this particular part in our first quadratic equations video, we've seen that b squared minus 4ac is also called as the discriminant. So in order to get to the solution, first step will be to find the discriminant. So discriminant we denote by d and discriminant is b squared minus 4ac and we will substitute the value. So b squared becomes minus 10 whole square minus 4, a is 1, c is minus 24 and so you will get here plus 100 as the square of 10. Minus into minus gives you plus 96 and your b squared minus 4ac value becomes 196. Now we rewrite this formula x is equal to, make sure that your numerator denominator line is in line with the equal to sign so that there is clarity in your presentation. We write the formula minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac upon 2a. So that is going to give us the values. Minus b we write minus as it is. Copy the value of b, that is minus 10, plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac. We've already found out how much is the value, 196. And then in the denominator there is 2 and a value is 1. And then in our next step we will get here 10 plus or minus under root 196 upon 2, that gives us 10 plus or minus root of 196 is 14 and so you will get plus or minus 14 upon 2 and then you will have 10 plus 14 upon 2 or 10 minus 14 upon 2, that will give us 24 upon 2 and here this side you will have minus 4 upon 2 and that will give us 12 or minus 2, and so you will say therefore the solution set is equal to minus 2 comma 12, and this is your answer. So we realize that what we have done mentally, minus 12, we took here minus 12 and 2, and then we could have factorized and got the same answer, but we have used the formula. So this is just to get accustomed to the formula. Now that you understood how to use the formula, what is the formula? X equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac, the whole thing upon 2a. Now we are going to apply it here on our question 2. So our question 2 is going to be, again we are going to look for, A equal to 1, B equal to minus 2 and C equal to minus 6. First step will be to find the discriminant. What is the discriminant? B square minus 4ac. And then we will start substituting. So b square is minus 2 whole square minus 4 into bracket 1 and c is minus 6. So that gives us 4. Minus into minus becomes plus 24, and that gives you 28 as the discriminant. And you will see that in the question root 28 has been supplied. Now here in this case I have deliberately written root 28 and the value of it 5.292, but we will have another session, another video in which I will teach you how to find the square roots of 2-digit numbers, 1-digit number, 3-digit number using the logbook. So the log tables come in handy for this. We will have another video for that. As of now, the value has been supplied. So let us understand the use of our formula. So we write the formula in order to find the roots. It will be minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. That will give us, now let us substitute minus into bracket minus 2 plus or minus under root, it is 28, that upon 2 into 1, substituting the value of a as 1, and then that will give us 2 plus or minus, now root of 28 we already have the value, so 5.292 upon 2, so that will give you, next step, 2 plus 5.292 upon 2 or 2 minus 5.292 upon 2. That will give us 7.292 upon 2 or minus 3.292 upon 2. Now let us divide by 2. 2, 3, 6 remain 1. Decimal point we will write 2 6 is 12, 2 4 is 8 remain 1 and 2 6 is 12, or here it will be minus 2 1s 2 remain 1, put decimal point, 2 6 is 12, 2 4 is 8 remain 1 and 2 6s. So you see that your solution set is minus 1.646 comma 3.646. Now this is accurate to 3 decimal places. Here they have not given us any instruction, but this will be 2, 3 decimal places. We can also write this to 2 decimal places, whereby we will just put one arrow here and then we look at the next digit over here. This is more than 5, so this 4 becomes 5, so it becomes minus 1.65, and here it becomes 3.65. Since the next digit here is more than 5, this is correct to 2 decimal places. Now let us come to the third question. Now third question is x minus 18 upon x is equal to 6, and this is an ICSE question. They have told you to write it correct to 2 SFs. Now obviously, since there is a denominator, the best thing will be to get rid of the denominator. How do we do that? You can multiply each term by the denominator. So by multiplying each term, what do we get? We will have x squared minus 18 is equal to 6x. Now we'll put all the terms to the left hand side. So you will get x squared minus 6x minus 18 equal to 0. And now let us use the formula. A is equal to 1, b is equal to coefficient of x, which is minus 6, and c is equal to the constant, which is minus 18. Now our discriminant is b squared minus 4ac, which will be minus 6 whole square minus 4 into bracket 1, and the second bracket it will be minus 18, and that gives us 6 squared. Minus 6 squared will be plus 36, and minus into minus will give you plus, and 18 fours 72. So discriminant is equal to 108. Let us substitute this value in our formula. Everybody remembers the formula now. By now you should know this by heart. Minus b plus or minus root of, speak with me, b squared minus 4ac upon, now we substitute with me at the same time, minus into bracket minus 6 plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac is 108, and that upon 2 into a is 1. In the next step, 6 plus or minus, now root of 108 is 10.39. I have already given you the value, as I told you that I'll make another video by which I'll show you how to get the square root of 3-digit number, 2-digit number, a single-digit number using the log table. So here let us use the value which is already given, and that will give us 6 plus 10.39 upon 2, or 6 minus 10.39 upon 2, which will in turn give 16.39 upon 2, or here it will be minus 4.39 upon 2. This will give us division by 2, 2 8 16, decimal point, 2 ones 2, 2 nines 18, remain 1, 2 fives 10. Here it will become, or minus 2 twos, decimal point, 2 ones, 2 nines, 2 fives, and therefore our solution set is minus 2.195 or 8.195. Now out here, if they ask you to round it off to 2 decimal places, how does this become for 2 decimal places? You will have to put a mark on the second decimal place and the second decimal place, and then this 9 becomes 10, so it becomes minus 2.20 comma 8.20, and this is correct to 2 decimal places, and that is our answer. So now that you understood how to use the formula, I have given you 3 examples whereby you can use the formula, and now in the next video I will be talking about different types of example that you can be asked based on the formula. And for now we'll stop here. I hope you have understood every step. In case there are any mistakes, please forgive me, but I really want to thank you for watching this.